Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my healthy scalp routine along with some tips that help with having healthy hair and help out with hair growth. So if you are curious and want to know my tips and my routine for having healthy hair, then go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so I mentioned in my previous video that hair growth and healthy hair starts definitely with the scalp. So you want to make sure that your scalp is healthy. So if you're like me and I suffer from dandruff, I suffer from product buildup, I get like it all. I get dry scalp, sometimes it's oily, but more of the time it's dry. So I've kind of developed a routine that works well for me. So the number one thing that I have to share, I've just been using this such a long time, and I know every single time that I mention it, people tell me their results with it and that they absolutely love it. So one thing that I feel like people neglect really when it comes to the scalp is actually exfoliating the scalp and moisturizing the scalp. And a tool that I absolutely love to use is this Vanity Planet scalp massager. I've talked about this a ton and I absolutely love this thing to death. This works so well for massaging the scalp, which helps with hair growth. It helps circulate and bring blood to your scalp, which brings nutrients, which helps with having healthy hair. But also it exfoliates and gets rid of the dead skin cells. And also if you're like me and you have dandruff, you need to get the dandruff off. Especially with having curly hair, it can be kind of difficult. So this tool helps me out so much. And also it vibrates, so it definitely helps with making sure that the junk and the dirt gets off of the scalp. And it feels amazing. I'm going to insert a clip and share with you guys how I like to use it. Well, actually one way I like to use it. There's a ton of different ways that you can use this thing, but I absolutely love it. And there is a 50% off coupon code. Like always, I leave it down below. You guys can check it out. The coupon code is LexiLocks, but the link will be in the description box so you guys can check it out if you're interested. But I'm going to show you really quickly how I love to use this thing, especially with having really thick hair. It is a lifesaver. So this actually leads me to my next tip, and that is to moisturize your scalp. So I absolutely love to do hot oil treatments. They're so effective, and especially if you do some research, you can find what oils work well for the needs that you have in the health of your scalp. So these are what I have on hand and what I use this time around. And actually lately I've been throwing a little bit of a deep conditioner in it, and it works pretty well. So I like to heat up my oils over the stove. I actually heard if you do it in the microwave, it takes out the nutrients. So I definitely want all the nutrients I could get. So I just use a glass cup and then warm it over the stove in some water. And I usually just melt it down till the coconut oil melts, and then I melt it a little bit longer. And then generally that's like the perfect temperature for me. And then I use my egg beater to blend the oils and the deep conditioner together because sometimes they separate. And then I put it in my little applicator that I have, and then I just pretty much just drench my scalp with oil. I really make sure to work on the areas that get dandruff or that are a little bit drier. And I just really try to saturate my scalp with the oil. And then I work with my hands to kind of just make sure that my whole entire scalp is saturated with oil, that I don't have any dry spots. And then I go in with my scalp massager that I absolutely love, and I go and work this throughout my scalp. I like to take my time here. It's kind of relaxing for me, so I do just kind of take my time here and make sure I am definitely taking care of those areas that I get dandruff to help break up the dandruff. And then I flip my head over and make sure to get the back of my head, and this also helps with blood flow and hair growth. So it's actually really easy, and I leave this in my hair for a couple more minutes, and then I go right into the shower and shampoo and get the oil out and off my scalp. So next, I feel like I have to talk about shampoos that I like to use when my scalp is acting up or when it needs a little bit more TLC. So I'm going to be just completely honest here. A product that I love to use and I repurchase and I buy it time and time again. And this is when my scalp is really bad and I am so desperate for some help. This might not be for everybody, but for me, I like to use it. And it is the Head and Shoulders. I buy the sensitive scalp one. This has 0 fragrance and dyes. If you aren't familiar, fragrance can be very irritating to the scalp. And if you have a sensitive scalp, Sometimes it's literally not the products you're using, it's because of the added fragrance. So I would also recommend to switching that up a little bit if you find that you have issues with different shampoos. So I use this when my scalp's really, really bad and I need help. I am not afraid. I will use my Head and Shoulders. So if you want to go a little bit more curly girl friendly, I have been raving about this product for a while. This is the Cantu apple cider vinegar root rinse, and it has tea tree oil. This product is amazing. I ran through it really, really fast, but I loved it. The tea tree oil literally tingles your scalp and makes it feel so refreshing. I will leave a link down below where I actually did a full review on this product if you're curious, but I love this thing so much. And the next product that I really don't even have because I ran out of it is literally just pure apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is amazing for balancing the pH of your scalp. Also helps if you have dandruff or dry skin or anything like that. I love the way my scalp feels after I use apple cider vinegar in it. It works amazing for my hair, and I would totally recommend it, especially if you are more of like, you want to use all natural products and you don't like to use something that's a little bit more harsh like a Head and Shoulders shampoo. And next, I'm not sure, I've talked about this briefly in other videos, but I think another thing that gets overlooked, and especially thing that I have to take care of, is when I am applying my products. I personally don't like to apply products really close to my scalp. I find that when I do that, I tend to get dandruff a little bit faster, or I get flaking, or my scalp is itchy. Especially if you have a sensitive scalp like I do, it totally helps if you just maybe try to go a little bit further out from the scalp instead of getting right up on the scalp or applying product to the scalp. And I found that I get amazing volume actually by not applying product to my roots. Sometimes they're a little bit frizzy, but I'm totally okay with that because my scalp feels good and it's not itching me. So yeah. And the last tip that I incorporate in my routine is honestly, whenever I'm shampooing or conditioning my hair, honestly, I rinse with cool water. I find that when I use hot water, I do notice that my scalp is red and irritated when I get out of the shower. So it's a real simple, easy tip to just switch up in your routine. But honestly, I find that it makes them a huge difference for me and for my routine. So if you guys want to try that out, that's a real easy, inexpensive way to change up your routine if you want to just really work on the health of your scalp. But again, I don't want you guys to overlook the scalp, especially when it comes to healthy hair and growing long hair. And also, I just wanted to throw in, because sometimes I always get questions about what I use in my hair. So today, what I used in my hair, the reason why my hair is just so voluminous today, and I absolutely love it. I am using the Curl Mix Flaxseed Gel. This is the moisturizing one with jojoba oil, and it is in the lavender fragrance. I personally don't even like lavender, but this isn't too bad. Like, I really don't like the scent of lavender, but I wanted to try this one out, and I really, really like it because I'm getting so much volume. I do have a coupon code for this gel as well, so I will leave that down below if you guys are curious. But I do really love the flaxseed gels, like from Curl Mix. They are amazing, and this is actually another tip to use quality ingredients when you are doing and styling your hair, because if you're using with, like I said, like if your hair is sensitive to the fragrance, it's sensitive to the ingredients, then I would recommend, of course, using quality products. So that is all I have for you guys today. Make sure you guys check out the description box where I link everything. And also let me know what tips you guys have when it comes to having a healthy scalp, because honestly, I learn a lot from you guys, and I know you guys learn from each other, and I love when everyone comments in the comment section together. So yeah, and if you have any other questions, be sure to leave them in the comment box down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Today I'm going to be talking about length retention, and I also have a full entire playlist of videos sharing with you how I grew my hair out really long, so I will also link that down below. But in this video, it's just going to be about length retention. So, because basically, imagine if your hair keeps breaking off, but you're asking it to grow longer, it's kind of counterproductive. So it's really important that you incorporate these tips into your curly hair routine. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. So if you're like me and not good with deep conditioning, this is a really good step for you. There's just so many little things that you can tweak in your routine that in the long term can make a huge difference. So those are some tips that I have for length retention. Hair growth isn't impossible, but definitely if you are not retaining your length, you are not going to see the hair growth that you would.